Who are you and what is your role?
My name is Ann Whitall, and I'm the case manager for the Office of Student Affairs here at the University of Notre Dame. It's a relatively new position at the university. I've been in it now for almost 2 years, and it's really meant to connect the dots for our students of concern. So I do a lot of work with the rectors, academic deans, staff over at St. Liam's, the University Counseling Center, University Health Center. I work with families and parents. Anyone who might be worried about their student would call me, and I would meet with the student and arrange to get services for them. Sometimes I actually meet with the student and follow up with them. Sometimes I do a lot of behind-the-scenes work, just making sure that folks know about all the services available to them here on campus.
How can you help with students who are studying abroad?
Well, you studied abroad yourself, so you know that it can be, while it can be an incredible experience, there can also be a lot of tension and stress that comes with living and studying in a brand new culture. So oftentimes students who get abroad find themselves dealing with issues or personal crises which they thought they had sort of dealt with and put aside, but are popping up. Stuff like symptoms from depression, maybe some anxiety, possibly some eating issues, or personal issues that they thought they had put aside and are now beginning to disrupt their life and their functioning. So that's when I might be able to be helpful if a student were able to reach out to me and say, look, I really could use some help here. And also, as we all know, life happens, so that a student who's studying abroad might hear that there's something going on at home. Maybe there's a death in the family, or there's a relationship crisis, or perhaps there's a physical illness that a student is facing, or perhaps a physical assault that happens while they're traveling. Those, that kind of thing happens to our students all the time. And so I hope that students would feel comfortable reaching out to us in Student Affairs, and we could help get them some services while they're studying abroad.
So when those situations occur, which you just described, what can students do to contact you?
Well, I would really encourage students to reach out to whomever is there with them in the program first. And I think it's important for all students to kind of think about, okay, who would be my go-to people if I really felt like I needed to go talk to someone about something which was troubling me. So I would encourage students to go to good friends whom they trust, and also, most importantly, to go to their program director and let them know what's going on and if they think they could benefit from some additional service. Certainly I'm available back here via email, via phone, given the time change probably, but I can help the program director or the student begin to sort of troubleshoot as to who and where they might want to go. Another real, if I can put in a plug for the HTH insurance policy, that's been incredibly helpful for students to have an insurance plan which covers services in most of the major areas to which our students go. So if a student wanted to get some counseling or a good health workup or whatever, they could use the insurance policy they've already got. So I would really encourage that. But certainly if a student wanted to call me and sort of speak over the phone about what it is that's going on, I know the services back here, so some folks here might be able to help as well. And it really depends on what the situation is.
So I know you're part of the care team, but what exactly is that?
Sure. So the care team is a group of professionals and administrators here at the university who come together once a week. And I think it stands for Community Assessment, Response, and Education. And we speak about students who are of concern to the community. So on that care team is the director of the Counseling Center, the director of Disability Services, my supervisor, Bill Stackman, the Associate Vice President of Student Services, Dave Chapman from NDSP, Ryan Willerton, the head of Office of Community Standards, John Loveker, who's on the Dean of the Graduate School, probably forgetting one or two people. And it really is to talk about students who are of concern in the community, possibly the academic faculty or staff are having issues with in the classroom, or a rector is concerned about in the residence hall, or are and whose names sort of come up to us from different pockets on campus. So it's really meant to talk about, does the right hand know what the left hand is doing around reaching out to a student for support and intervention and follow-up.
So do you have any general advice or general message for the students before they take off for all of their international experiences?
Well, my advice and my encouragement is just to have fun. I mean, this is probably one of the most incredible experiences any of these students are going to have during their time here at Notre Dame. So to max it out, enjoy it, look forward to it. I don't mean to focus on the negatives, but simply just know that if tough stuff happens while you're studying abroad, to feel free to use the services you've got here in support of you here at Notre Dame, and we can certainly coordinate those while students are abroad. But to have fun and enjoy and stretch yourselves and know that this was all good and it's a chance to grow. So that's my encouragement and my advice.